I missed school for a while. Yeah.
And what did you miss most about that?
My friends.
I think I did pretty well. I mean, I didn't like the hybrid sort of learning. I would have preferred either full remote or fully in school. It's just, I don't know, the hybrid kind of messed with my messed with like scheduling, because with a regular school year, you're just every day, and with remote it's wake up every day at this time, open up your laptop, do that. But
going back and forth was hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last year I got a desk, but before then I just sat on my bed.
How it was for me was I'd start out at my desk in the morning, I'll set up, and by the time all my classes were done, I was in bed under the covers. Especially in the winter time.
And how long did it take to get your desk, Kate? We ordered it in August, and when did we get it?
At the end of November.
Took a while.
I'm in school full time. I've been in school full time since I think it was about the first week of April. No, not first week. Was it first?
No, I think it was it the beginning of March, actually. I think you guys.
No, it wasn't March. I think it was first week.
Back in the spring.
Yeah, we were able to go back then, because the elementary schools up at Quabbin were already full time, so we didn't have to worry about getting them and then getting us. Yeah, it's basically back to normal, minus masks, normal school schedule.
So you mean you are wearing masks?
Yes, in class, all the time.
Museums, libraries, groups going out, just being. We're the kind of family who, since we're homeschoolers, the world was our classroom. It wasn't just sit at the table and open this workbook and do this thing. It was go to the museum. If we're learning about history, go to the place where it happened. Go see where the Boston Tea Party happened. Go see, go down and look at the actual Constitution. Go to the museums. So we were very fortunate in that if we could drive to it, we would go to it. And not being able to do that and having to shift how we teach and how we learn we miss that a lot.
Before the pandemic, I was able to go places and learn about things in an interactive way. Be able to go to the museums, go to the libraries and all that fun stuff. Including there was one time that we went to the New York Public Library and I really wanted to go back there, but then the pandemic hit and everything just slowed down and I couldn't go anywhere, so there was really no way for me to go to the New York Public Library, and yeah.
During the worst of the pandemic, the kids were not in school. And so having them home and having to still work and run my business, I would say was extremely challenging. Well, over the course of from when they first were sent home until now, a lot of changes. I had to make a lot of changes, and at the beginning, I was still working in my house, so they were there with me in the house, and we tried to all have separate places where we did our work. And just, I would be there to help them get onto their meetings or whatever they needed as much as possible. But it didn't really work that I could do that and work at the same time. And so eventually that progressed into getting this office space and setting up a completely different situation here, and this was later on, I believe, the beginning of this next school year after the initial shutdown of the pandemic. where I opened up this office space to other children who were in their cohort, who were on the same days in school and days out of school as them, and had another person here who would have help all of those kids with their meetings and their work and things like that, so that I could work and they could all be back here doing their schoolwork together. It's been great since they've been back at school. It was like a complete weight off of my shoulders. Whether it was at home, trying to work with them there, or here, having help from other people, it took a toll, and it was just like I said, a weight on my shoulders. And once they went back, it's been much better.
Classroom teachers I spoke with were exhausted. One was near the point of tears. It was seemingly from sunup till sundown with students and then with some number of parents. And this went on for the remainder of the school year and into the next school year. People were exhausted by that, and some number of students was reported to me was poor compliance with being on Zoom, and I suspect most of us have heard and read about these stories.